What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 20 online game. Today we have a special start to this video. This is not actually the game that we are going to be able to get Ezekiel Elliott in the zone, which is what we are trying to do today. I was trying to get Ezekiel Elliott in the zone in this game when I happened to peeve off my opponent. Listen to this.
Yo, what's good with you, bro? Cookie boy, what's up? But all I know is you keep on my goddamn just running the ball, bro. And you're just stiff arming me, bro. Like, how fake are they gonna make this?
Yeah, so I was definitely using the armbar superstar ability of Ezekiel Elliott a lot, and my opponent wasn't too happy about it. As you guys can see, though, it hasn't really worked too well for me in this game. We haven't scored a point yet. I think I've only gotten one gain of over 10 yards that I need to get Ezekiel Elliott in the zone, and this is not even going to help either, to be quite frank. Anthony Brown picked 6 on 4th down and 14. Good for my ego. Not good as far as trying to get Zeke his first one free X-Factor ability, and on top of that, we're actually going to get an interception again with Anthony Brown. Not a pick 6, but it's going to be a game ender, even though it's a 1-point game, and the only reason why it's a 1-point game is because my opponent went for 2 and missed it. He's gonna quit, so that's not too bad because we were actually struggling to get Ezekiel Elliott in the zone in that game. I wasn't really running too well. So we'll hop into this game where we are going against the Philadelphia Eagles, who definitely have to have one of the best run defenses in the NFL, especially when you name Fletcher Cox. All I like to say is Fletcher Cox on the inside, and you're saying, that's a good run defense. And then you throw on top of that the likes of Brandon Graham, Malcolm Jenkins creeping in the box. Though first things first, we start off on the defensive side of the ball against Carson Wentz and Jordan Howard, the former Bear, now pretty much the lead man for this Eagles backfield. He's going to get back-to-back carries to start the game as a swarming Cowboys defense shuts the run down that time. A lot of big-time playmakers on this Cowboys defense, especially when you look at the linebackers like Jalen Smith, Sean Lee, and Leighton Van Der Esch. Of course, we're not worried too much about defense as we get the interception. My opponent puts his hands in the cookie jar. We had an opportunity to take that back for 6, but I decided to turn around so we could get Ezekiel Elliott on the field and try to pop off some big-time gains. This is going to be the 3rd time we try to activate first one free. We did it with Todd Gurley, we did it with Saquon Barkley, and now we're doing it with Zeke. Zeke is a bit similar to Todd Gurley as far as the abilities go, except instead of outside zone guru, he has inside zone guru as a superstar ability. He has the armbar like Gurley, so you're going to see a lot of those crazy stiff arm animations. Still haven't patched it yet, so we are going to try to use it to our advantage. 4th down and 11, yes, we are going to run the ball with Ezekiel Elliott. No field goal, no Dak Prescott. It's all number 21 trying to eat, but unfortunately for us, that's not going to be a first down. It's not even a gain of 10 yards, which is more what I was shooting for on that play, and we end up turning the ball over on downs as Zach Ertz absolutely torching. I believe that's George Anloka at the strong safety position as he's going out right. He's starting to put together a pretty productive drive out here. The first drive wasn't too great, but now he's starting to get in a bit of a flow as we try to knock him out of it by stuffing Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard is going nowhere. It's going to be up to Carson Wentz to make something happen, but not when DeMarcus Lawrence is rushing off that edge. It's 3rd down and 20. We are sending everyone we can, and it's not going to work. Deshaun Jackson back on the Philadelphia Eagles. A good gain. Not a first down, though. What it will do is give my opponent more of a viable option to go for it on 4th down. He's looking to pass one more time with Wentz out the split close. No, he's actually going to run with Wentz, and he's going to get the first down. So we are approaching the 2-minute warning, and we have not even gotten one decent game with Ezekiel Elliott. We've really only had one drive so far. This game has gone by really fast on us. So we give up the touchdown. Not too much of a concern right there. I'm a little bit concerned Byron Jones got torched, but I didn't exactly put him in the best position to make a play on the ball. And we're definitely not giving Ezekiel Elliott a good chance at making a play to get a first down. I've said it before. I said it in the Saquon Barkley video. I'm not a good rusher in Madden. I'm not that great at, hitting holes or anything like that. I'm more of I like passing the ball. I like dotting people up, as we do right here to Jason Witten. Welcome back to the Cowboys, Jason. Thank you for leaving the ESPN booth as Ezekiel Elliott, oh so close to getting a gain of over 10. It's a gain of 10, but I don't believe it counted for that counter to get first one free. Yes, Zeke, that's definitely going to count. My oh my, is that armbar completely overpowered. It's a stiff arm and just an absolutely glitchy stiff arm at that. I don't know whose idea this was, but they need to fix it. Ezekiel Elliott's pretty good in real life. Pretty good with the stiff arm. Not good where he just throws grown men to the ground like they're ragdolls. we're going to have to chill a little bit. 3rd down and 12, looking at the bubble screen. We hand it off to Elliott thinking we have the outside, but Brandon Graham, another one of those stout linemen, able to just shut the run down. And we are struggling once again to try to get Ezekiel Elliott in the zone. You'd think this would be the easiest running back to get in the zone considering we are running behind the great line of Dallas. I guess I'm selling a bit. I'm trying to bounce a lot of these runs outside. We should probably just run a dive or something like that. Just go up the middle and hope the block's in line for us instead of, you know, these tricky little bubble screens and all that, because they're not really working out for us. We do take the field goal that time around. It's like, you know, let's just get some points on the board. Make sure we're not getting shut out at halftime. Give ourselves at least a viable chance to win the game. 3rd down and 24. This is Carson Wentz going down, which is 12 seconds left in the first half, and we're going to force the punt and hopefully give ourselves at least one more chance at getting a gain of over 10 with Ezekiel Elliott before we go into the locker room. Keep in mind, we do get ball coming out of half, so we are about to possess this ball, hopefully, for a while and get some gains with Zeke trying to cut it inside. A decent gain, a cool gain. It's like 4 yards, but 1 is the last play of the first half, and 2, it's not a gain of over 10 yards. So it does absolutely nothing for us. We will start the second half at the 25-yard line after fair catching the ball as Zeke straight up the middle. Is it that easy? Is it that easy to get a gain of over 10 with Zeke where you just call a dive play, an inside zone split, and you just part the Red Seas? All right. I've learned my lesson. He called an outside safety blitz. That might have actually been the worst play to possibly call against the running play that we called right there. Zeke really just had it way too easy. It's going to be 2 out of 5 for the Ezekiel Elliott counter, so we definitely have to get some pep in our step. Remember Todd Gurley, when we got Gurley in the zone, I don't think it took us until like overtime as Goddard, the backup tight end, just running straight through our defense. You see, I'm kind of trying to let him score. I'm trying to coax him into scoring, though. We do knock him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. I don't know why I always do that. I kind of let them score, and then I knock them out of bounds if we have the pace at like the 5 or 1-yard line or something like that. They're probably going to score. I don't know why I do it. It's more of a waste of time, or so you may think. We are shutting him down back-to-back plays at the 1-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. Carson Wentz, man in motion. He's actually looking to pass. He's going to have some time, and he's going to have Alshon Jeffrey in the back of the end zone. So all we really did was waste our own time right there by not letting him score right away. He's got the lead right back in his possession. More importantly, though, we've got the ball in our possession as we once again fair catch the ball. I'm not trying to return any balls and fumble. I want Ezekiel Elliott to be the man with the ball in his hands on this Cowboys team. Ezekiel Elliott in a major contract dispute with the Cowboys right now. He's trying to get paid. He's trying to earn that paycheck right here, right now, but unfortunately the Eagles continue to stuff us. That stat line's a bit misleading because a lot of those yards Ezekiel Elliott got came on one play as we kind of run that screen pass sideways, not trying to get too many gains. 3rd down and 9. I just really want to run this ball with Zeke, but unfortunately for us, we cannot bust off many big gains besides the one we got to start the second half. 4th down, interesting decision, down by 4. We're going to go for it. Why not? Of course we're going to give the ball to Ezekiel Elliott, but are we going to get the snap off? Yes, we are, to end the 3rd quarter, and Zeke spinning nowhere. Just a lack of patience for myself on that draw play, not letting it develop, and I really need to let that play go to the 4th quarter and not call it. That's when, yeah, you kind of just lose the mental battle at that point. When you call hurry up on 4th down and snap it like that, you know it's a better idea to let the play clock run out and you snap it anyways. And that's what's happened to us. And it might cost us the victory if we give up a touchdown in this drive. My opponent nearly threw an interception. Should have thrown an interception. 3rd down and 12. He's calling the screen pass. He just gets it to the running back before we close in with Anthony Brown, who has been a menace as a user defender for us. We force the field goal unit out on the field, and that will keep it a 1-possession game. With just over 3 minutes remaining, though, we've got to get something going and get something going quickly. Whether we win the game or not, I don't know. We're going to need Ezekiel Elliott to get a couple of big runs in the process, because at this point, I'm running the ball with Zeke, even if it costs us the game, because that's our MO. We're trying to get Ezekiel Elliott in the zone, not... It's Ezekiel Elliott in the zone first, win the game second. And that is a big gain to help the counter. Is that 4 out of 5? I believe that is, yes, 4 out of 5. We are 1 big gain away in a close game. And Zeke is trying to do it right before the 2-minute warning, but he can't. All sorts of Eagles in the area falling down and making the tackle. We're going to call it the bubble screen, and we're actually going to throw it this time as he absolutely commits to number 21. And Randall Cobb, the former Packer, he's got space to go almost all the way. We juke it inside to the 10-yard line, trying to give Zeke that chance to get the final gain as we try to tie the game, but unfortunately for us, we are at the 10-yard line. If we were at the 11-yard line, we might be able to get this counter going. I'm not quite sure, as we call the pitch on 2nd down, and Zeke runs over a man into the end zone. Good news, touchdown, a PAT to tie the game. It's going to be up and good. The bad news, that run did not count for the counter. We are still at 4 out of 5, and at this point, we're going to need overtime just to activate Ezekiel Elliott's X Factor and then hopefully use it in overtime. Because let's say we force a turnover right here. Are we even going to be able to activate that X counter? I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure what the game plan is at this point. I'll just try to play defense, do what we can. Carson Wentz buying all the time he possibly can, and down he goes. Sean Lee spills him at the 24. The clock is running, and he is very aware of that. And he's going to continue to let this clock run. It looks like he's playing for overtime, so I'm not going to call a timeout. I'll let him do whatever he wants to do as long as he doesn't turn the ball over. Maybe he can punt the ball back to us if we get a stop. And we're doing a good job of working on getting that stop. DeMarcus Lawrence's second sack of the game. He's almost got his X Factor activated. 3rd down and 19. Boy, oh boy, does he need this badly. Looking for the wheel. Going underneath to Jeffrey, who sheds the tackle, running around, and finally stopped at the 27. We called the timeout with 10 seconds left. And he's bringing the punting unit out on the field. And it looks like that's going out of bounds. And that will give us just enough time to try to bust off a run with Ezekiel Elliott. Maybe a game-winning run with Ezekiel Elliott. We are giving the ball to Zeke, and we are trying to get that gain of 10. Maybe we can try to win the game. Elliott stiff arming, but goes out of bounds. Malcolm Jenkins forcing him out, and we are going to, once again, overtime. Ezekiel Elliott is in the zone, ladies and gentlemen. But we need to win this coin toss to get Zeke the ball. The Eagles choose, and the Eagles win. They pick heads, and they receive the ball. We gotta get a defensive stop if we want to get Ezekiel Elliott this rock to prove how dominant he can be with first one free activated. The kick is deep, and it's so far back that he really has no choice but to fair catch that ball at the 25-yard line. Carson Wentz in the offense looking to pass to start off overtime, and that nearly ended overtime. Woozy had a beat on the ball. 2nd down and 10. Wentz lives to play another day, but only one more day at that, because Xavier Rhodes pounces on the opportunity. That's an interception. That technically puts us in field goal range to win the game. We only need a field goal to win, but Ezekiel Elliott is in the zone. So we're going to give Zeke the ball and try to score a touchdown. Zeke bouncing outside on the sweep, juking back in. Look at Ezekiel Elliott. Just pure monster moves from Zeke. We actually put Zeke split out wide at running back on the bubble screen, and Zeke is open. Can he try to win the game on this play? Not quite. Maddox with the tough tackle. We still haven't lost yards with Ezekiel Elliott, so he's still in the zone. He's still breaking ankles, and there goes Zeke. He's won the game in overtime in the zone. Ezekiel Elliott, pure dominance. That's what you like to see. You love to see that. A man with his X Factor activated, ending the game on his own terms. Ezekiel Elliott activating that first one free, breaking those ankles, and then the blocks to get away, and Zeke diving in for style. What a game. What an NFC East rivalry game between the Cowboys and the Eagles. You know the Cowboys and the Eagles got to send it to OT and make it close for you. Put on a good show. Ezekiel Elliott at the end of the day, 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. It's a good stat line. It looked really bad at the start, but we turned it around the second half. We needed OT to get Zeke in the zone. Once again, needed OT to get a running back in the zone. We've done it, and we've won the game. Leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed Ezekiel Elliott in the zone. Subscribe for more Madden 20 gameplays. And thank you guys for watching one more time, as always. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.